Hey vlog! So it's a big day. I am shipping all of those three. They've got their tags on and everything. I just pulled up to the post office. So they're going away. Always a little bit sad, but I know they're going to be well loved, so that makes it better. Hey crocheters! So it's been another good week over here. Done actually quite a few things with crocheting this week, which has been really fun. So the first thing I did was ship those, the big elephant, the hot pink flamingo, and the hippo in a sweater. And those all got to their destination safely. And then on Thursday, I interviewed Amber at Crochet for the interview portion of my YouTube channel. I am going to start it into like an actual podcast at some point. I just haven't yet. And so if you haven't checked that out, go ahead. That will be probably the most recent video uploaded. And it was really a lot of fun, a lot of laughing, and just kind of general joy when speaking with Amber. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And then this week I've started on a couple things. So let's just dive into it. So I bought a 9mm hook because back when I was making the large elephant the second time, I made it with a 10mm hook. And I loved how floppy and like extra squishy it was. I like working with the 8mm because you do get more of like a, I don't know, it's a tighter gauge and it's a nice finished weave, not weave, whatever. It's like, it looks nice when it's finished. But I wanted to try making something with a 9mm hook. So it was like that in between. So it is a little bit looser, but it's not like really loose on the gauge. But I was hoping it would bring in that sort of soft, squishy feel. And so I started making a hippo. This one's just blue and it's a whip. So this is the hippo I've been working on. And I made it with a 9mm hook, and it's like definitely bigger than the one I made for my niece in the pink sweater with the 8mm hook. But I really like it. I like how squishy it is, and it feels, I don't know, like it retains its shape really well while not having like an excessive amount of stuffing, so that when you squish it, it does still squish. It's not too hard. So I'm really liking it. Most of my projects will probably still be in an 8mm hook, but like 9 will be used for some, and it will have a looser gauge specified on it. And so something that I did on this one, on the Chubby Bunny, I did the bobble stitches for the legs. Well, I did bobble stitches here for the snout, and then I did triple bobbles. So most bobble stitches are double crochets crocheted together. And so then for the legs, I did 6 triple crochets crocheted together. And they worked out way better than I thought they would. I was pretty nervous that you'd get like really big gaps around, the edges, but it's really not bad. And, if there is some gapping, like, there's a little bit where the gauge gets a little looser around the feet. If you use a nylon, like I recommend in my patterns, it's, you're still not going to lose any stuffing. So you're safe and secure that way. So yes, I'm having a lot of fun with the 9mm hook and making this one. And I'm thinking on this one of trying a different style of eye. You can see in my projects behind me, they're pretty much all round. I have some that are bigger, some that are smaller. But for the most part, they're round, and I do the highlights the exact same way. And on this one, I'm considering making like a half circle, half moon sort of shape. And then maybe doing little like blushing lines underneath it, because that would be so cute. And where it is just like one blue object, and it's going to have blue ears and a blue tail, and like it's pretty much just going to have black eyes is the only thing that really brings any different color in. I'm thinking that maybe just that like hint of pink under the eyes for a blushing look could, I don't know, just really kind of bring it to life and add that little bit of character that would set it apart from just being a big blue, I want to say, well, okay, I won't. I was going to say big blue wet thing. If anyone's ever seen Muppet Treasure Island, that's where that came from. Yeah, so we'll see. Playing around with ideas on this one. So the next thing I've been working on is the hedgehog. I ended up frogging the hood that I had made and kind of going a different route with how it all is assembled. But I'm really happy with it. So this is what it looks like right now. So what I ended up doing, so I ripped back the hood so it was just the body, and then I started crocheting the head. I started from here and then worked my way out, and then I joined it along the base, then continued crocheting the rest of the face on, and then just today I sewed on the nose and the eyes. I feel like the nose is maybe a touch too big, but the rest of it I'm really happy with. So the last thing I need to do is figure out legs, and I have tried doing just bobble stitches for the legs, but where I did bobble stitches for the rest of the body, it is a little confusing, and where you have like the finer features of the eyes and the nose, I feel like I need to put, like, probably use a medium weight yarn and make more detailed legs. I have made one attempt at that and it was terrible. So we will see. More experimenting to be done on this one. So the next thing I've kind of made progress on is the deer. It's not probably as much progress as I would like, and that's partly because I'm debating frogging it all. Not the head. The head is still good. But this is what I've got right now. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's not okay. It's hard to hold it exactly right. So yeah, this is kind of what I've got right now. And what I'm worried about is that crocheting naturally, it just spirals a little bit when you're crocheting in a round. And so I'm worried about this body not actually facing forward, like the neck being maybe twisted at an angle, which, I mean, if you did it on purpose, it'd be okay, but I don't think I'm doing it enough that it would look intentional. I think it might just look wonky. So I'm debating. I'm still sitting on this one because, yeah, it might be torn out. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, that's honestly all the update on that one. I'm still just like ruminating on it, trying to decide where I'm gonna go with it. And then the last thing I've been working on is I've been bordering this blanket for a friend for her baby. So it's a big elephant blanket with, you know, the marching elephants for the border. And it's going really well. We actually went and played D&D with our friends last night, and it was a really long session. And so I got 2 sides done during that time, and then I just barely started around the corner. So still have quite a bit to go, but it's coming along well. It's one of those things that you can kind of just pick up and work on when you have a moment. It's not quite as brain intensive as designing, which designing takes a lot of focus and like, don't listen to anything, don't watch anything, just, you know, your hands, the vision in your head. So yeah, that's that's been this week. It's been a good one. Still have a lot to do, it seems. So I'm going to get this edit rendered and uploaded quickly so I can, well, hopefully quickly, so I can get moving on the other things. I hope to finish the hippo and the hedgehog like definitely this week. I mean, they're so close already. And hopefully make some good progress on the deer. So yeah, we will see what next week brings, but I'm optimistic. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'll chat with you all in the comments, and in the meantime, take care and I'll see you soon.